Hello, I am Dr. J. Hitson, founder of GoodDoctors.Health. Weight loss is probably one of my least favorite topics to discuss on the great world wide web and social media. And here's the reason why. So many of you have heard everything under the sun with regards to the miracles of this is going to work and that's going to work and you're going to have to do nothing and this magic pill will take care of everything. And frankly, you become hardened to the topic. In general, people become so wildly skeptical. It's honestly something I just don't even want to dive into. But I've been asked by so many people to just go in. So here's what I am going to do. I'm going to give you 20 years of what actually works. 20 years working with thousands of people. Here's what works. One of the things that I have really enjoyed about being in this stage of my career is that you've had time to see the cycles. You've had time to see the fads. You've seen everything that has come and everything that has gone, but there are some things that have come and stayed. And when you've been around long enough to have had a generation who you've worked through with and see who actually does lose the weight and who keeps it off. It is fascinating, and there are patterns. There are absolute patterns. They're not really trade secrets, but there are things that 100% consistently work, and that's just what I want to share with you today. So, in one other perspective, and let me just tell you, my perspective on weight loss is it really is more about getting healthy as opposed to getting skinny. If you just want to get super skinny, just turn this video off because I'm not going to do that because it's not healthy. So while we want to get into the size that we are designed to be in, when you're just looking at the scale and trying to just manipulate the number that shows up there, you're playing a game that you're not going to win. Not in the long run. You just need to get healthy. So getting healthy and getting to the size that your body is designed to be, especially as we get older. Now, I don't really want to talk about, youth and pediatric and, that kind of weight loss. That's a lot about just stop putting things into your mouth that you shouldn't be putting into your mouth. I mean, you're eating things you shouldn't be eating. That's where a lot of that is going to come from. Of course, there's genetic factors that make it harder or easier, but that's really what's happening there. Morbidly obese, there's genetic factors, but for the most part, you decrease calories and yes, we're going to go in the right direction. I really want to talk to the people who have been struggling with that last 10, 15, 20 pounds of really stubborn fat. And especially they are probably over the age of 40. A lot of women over the age of 40 who used to be able to do, used to be able to just go on this diet or used to have your thing that you could do. And yeah, you dropped the weight and now those things just aren't working. So while I can get into all of the understanding why that's not working, let's just get into what does work, and it's building muscle mass. I've seen it time and time again, especially with women. As we get older, we lose muscle mass. Muscle is what burns our metabolism. It's the foundation of our metabolism. So when you lose the muscle, you lose your metabolism. And furthermore, as you lose muscle mass, it's really not a good idea just because you need to preserve your skeleton. You need to stay strong. We have to keep strong. And one of the things that happens, especially in today's modern era, it doesn't really require a lot of strength to live our lives. Not too long ago, I was traveling in Europe. And the first time I've really been in Europe, and I was really astounded. One, when you go to Europe, you don't see the morbid obesity that you see, for instance, in the United States. And when you do see somebody who is rather large, it's interesting. You just wait long enough and listen to them talk, and they probably have an American accent. It's just very, very rare to see extremely, extremely heavy people in Europe. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out why. They don't have they don't have the ease of living that we have here. One, like if you live in the city, you're walking everywhere. I mean, and you're walking hills, you're walking stairs. How many of the places that we stayed didn't have elevators? We had to take our luggage up flights of stairs, and that's just something that just never happens in the States. And how far we had to walk to just go get our food. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And again, they have different portion sizes. There's a whole host of reasons why it's so different over there. But a lot of it is that they have to work harder. Their lives require more physical labor than a lot of those over in the States. So we have to continue to build our muscle mass, and it has to be done through resistance training. And I know a lot of women lifting weights, resistance exercise, resistance bands. A lot of women say that that's not their favorite thing. I get it. Not necessarily mine either, but we have to incorporate it one way or another. You find your way that you're going to be able to get that resistance training into your life in a way that is joyful and something that you absolutely love. Build that muscle mass back. That is the absolute imperative first step. I have not found a way around it. Yes, you can starve yourself to burn off and to get to the calories, but I've even found that once you get to a certain point, even that doesn't work. It's the muscle mass, and the muscle mass is what gets you lean, gets you feeling good, feeling healthy. You are actually healthy, and in the process, you're strong, and you've got a strong frame that can carry you to all the things that actually matter and are important in your life. So that's the first step. We'll have to get into more. If you care about it, put comments in, ask questions. I'll dive into it more. I know weight loss is not my favorite topic, and it's because of all the confusion, but I will absolutely dive in and continue just to not share the latest fad or this or that, just decades and decades of what actually works.